Good morning, teachers. I am Aakash Kumar, presenting my final year VR thesis project, that is APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University campus at Mullappil Shala, Thiruvananthapuram. APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University is dedicated to offering engineering and technology related courses and has advanced courses. KTU is a relatively new and reformed university with its first batch in 2015. So, what is a campus university? Before that, what is a campus? A campus is traditionally the land on which a college or university and related institutional buildings are situated. Campus universities are different to collegiate universities like Oxford and Cambridge, which are split across various colleges and sites. Essentially, a campus university's student accommodation, teaching rooms, research labs, and other facilities are all located in one place. Research universities play a crucial role in generating innovation based economic growth both through the training of scientists and engineers. In Indian context, there are four types of universities: central, state, deemed, and private universities. APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University is a state university. The aim of the project is to design an eco-friendly university campus for APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University. The vision of the campus is that KTU campus at Vilapishala will be one of the topmost designed academic campus universities in the state, which provide higher education to all students and seeks knowledge in their interested trade within the coming 5 to 10-year line. The major scope of the project is to understand the design process and role of architecture in the design of educational campus and to provide better solution in terms of site and contextual responsive architecture. The whole project is having different phases as the site is of 100 acres and the thesis is limited to phase 1 of the project, that is 15 acres. What is the need of a campus for KTU? A university campus is needed for KTU because presently the headquarters of KTU is located at a rented facility owned by College of Engineering Trivandrum. The total occupancy of the campus will be 1,308 students, that is 7 PG schools, 2-year course with 3 batches per school and 24 students per batch, and 300 PhD scholars. Faculty strength is 4 per PG, that is 84 faculties, and a total of 160 tech and admin staff. In phase 1 of the project, that is my design, I will be designing for 338 students and 60 staffs. For the site of proposed university campus, an area of approximately 100 acres has been identified in Vilappil village of Kattakada Taluk in Trivandrum, Kerala. This map shows the correct location with contextual details, and this map shows the surrounding roads and major areas with distance from the proposed site. The selected land parcel is having gradual undulating terrain comprising of small hillocks, and site is located in a calm environment with very less noise and in present day with less pollution. These are the images from the site. The weather is tropical year-round with a dry summer and a heavy monsoon. The site is having both shaded and exposed areas and average temperature is 26.7 degrees Celsius. This is the basic site plan of 100 acres of land and the phases. The project will be completed in 3 phases, that is phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. And I will be focusing in detailed design in phase 1 of the project, that is marked in this base plan. The initial 3 phases will be built in this 60 acres of land. This 40 acres of land will be used for future development. All major amenities and utilities are at a distance of 7 km radius. The context history of site, that is, about 6 years ago, the neighborhood of the proposed site was used as a waste treatment plant and was largely contaminated. In present day, the neighborhood is less contaminated as most of the waste has been degraded and removed from the context. This is a sun path diagram and the wind direction is from southwest to northeast direction. And why phase 1? The phase 1 is selected because of the provision of a new connecting road through the selected phase of the campus, and the phases has been divided according to the priority of buildings needed for each phase. The height difference provide a greater design opportunity respecting the contours, and by implementing phase 1 of the project, the phase can function itself as a mini university and create its own revenue. The best views and vistas are evident in the phase 1. This map shows the existing vegetation, the existing roads and electric posts on and around the site. Also, wind direction and sun path is also marked in this map. This is a zoomed map of the selected 12 acres of land and a section through the selected site. The selected site is having corridors from 66 to 82. This map shows the slope analysis and the major access point to the site and possibility of a new connecting road across the site. The proposed site is having 2 to 5%, 5 to 8%, 8 to 15%, and some areas are having 15 to 25% of slopes. These images shows the views from the site, and these are the context models. showing road network, vegetation, and contours. The site will be having a sustainable design approach such as effective orientation of building for optimal natural light and ventilation and use of brick walls for blending with context and to bring a university identity. Effective site development for optimum cut and fill at site to have minimum disturbance of natural land profile, initiate more pedestrian oriented circulation, ample green open space to generate maximum community mix up. All building must be designed keeping the main focus for pedestrian movement. The strength includes having a good network of roads around the site but need connecting roads, good views along the site, located in a calm and peace environment. The weakness are the selected site is located in the outskirts of Trivandrum city, so the access to the site is time consuming and comparatively the land parcel A is having more vegetation than land parcel B. The opportunities are the site is located on an undulated terrain which provides more design opportunities. Site has ample sunlight and wind flow with vegetation which helps in creating an eco-friendly campus. The threats are the site abuts Lapulshala waste plant which was closed 6 years ago and waste plant area is presently degraded. This sheet deals with topographical map with ridge and valley. The site has two land parcels, parcel A and parcel B. Parcel A has natural slope towards northeast direction and parcel B has natural slope towards southwest direction. The highest contour in the site is at 110-meter level and lowest is at plus 50 level. The main drainage basin in this area is Karamana River with a total catchment area of 703 square kilometer. Dam constructed at Karamana River at Arivikara and Pepara provides drinking water for Trivandrum city. These are the sections through the site from parcel A and parcel B. These are the first major master plan with the design development for the whole 100 acres of site. This pink color is the proposed site of 100 acres for KTU campus at Villapil Shala and these are the existing roads that is partially around the site. This map shows the major landmarks around the site. This is site plan showing contour levels of the site and this shows the walking distance such as 5-minute walking distance and 10-minute walking distance that is 400 meters and 800 meters in the selected portion of the site. Out of all these areas, I have selected this northwest part of the site because of the opportunity of the provision of two new major roads that connects Puliyurakonam to Chiraguni through the site and also to Puliyurakonam to Mulara. From the major connecting roads, there is a primary road connecting to the west side of the campus. There are secondary roads that connect from primary roads to and runs throughout the campus. These are the initial sketches and plans through which I understand the different levels of design and I have started my design through sketches and trial and error method with the help of design attributes. The campus is divided into three phases, phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3 and I will be designing phase 1 of the campus in detail. This red color is a phase 1 of the campus which includes main admin block, central library, 2 PG schools, central dine and 2 hostel blocks and courts. The second phase includes 4 PG blocks, 4 hostel blocks and 3 faculty housing and indoor gaming area and the third phase will be having 1 PG block, 3 faculty housing, 3 hostels and sports ground. This is the final master plan for the whole 100-acre site showing primary roads, secondary roads, different phases and vegetation. This is a 12-acre selected site for the detailed design and for the phase 1 of the project. This area will be used for future development and this will be the major amenity area. These are the design attributes and the major key elements that lead to the final design in macro level as well as micro level design. These points are divided into two, that is master plan level ideas and building level ideas with respect to user groups. The master plan level ideas includes road networks, that is major road width, parallel circulation for both pedestrian and vehicle, trees at every 5 meters or 10-meter intervals, etc. The proximity of buildings, virtual identity, functionality, and many other points are studied and implemented in this design and master plan with the help of these attributes. In building level ideas, multifunctionality, wall-less learning, transparency in library, and provision of natural lighting and ventilation in aesthetics, all these building level ideas are studied and attributes are implemented in this design. I have done 2 live case studies and 4 literature case studies for my project and I have taken all the case studies according to the 100-acre master plan. So the first live case study is Reva University at Bangalore. Reva University is located at Rukmini Knowledge Park at Yelahanga, Bangalore. And this case study is selected because it is having a great infrastructure in case of building designs and landscape features. It is situated at a 45-acre land. These are the design brief. The inferences are at three levels. The master plan level inferences includes it is the best example in terms of campus infrastructure. Buildings are at close proximity with each other. And in site plan level, the 45 acres is strategically planned according to student needs. Each building contains auditorium, areas, and OAT. In landscape techniques, the campus is surrounded by lush green vegetation such as trumpet trees, bamboo, blackboard trees, etc. There are pros and cons. The pros includes the convenience because hostel blocks are at close proximity and more social responsibilities, built-in community, use of locally available and recycled construction materials and etc. And the cons include this is not a barrier-free campus. Parking is only provided for a small population, no adequate parking facilities. Academic blocks are located parallel to the main road, creating a lot of vehicular noise. My second live case study was Karyotam campus. The campus is located at Karyotam, Trivandrum, is having a 450 acres of land with green covers. Karyotam campus is selected in order to study the workability of a university campus and to understand different functions and spaces in a campus and to study the road networks and building functionality. These are the views and the sections of the campus. The inferences include the building of Karyotam campus are placed just to satisfy the needs of the people. It doesn't have a plan to master plan and it doesn't goes along with the technological advancement. Majority of the campus is unused and abandoned. There are pros and cons. The pros include there is a clock tower in engineering blocks which creates an identity to the campus. There's a lot of open space for students interaction and the cafeteria is the main point where students gather around. And the cons are it's not a planned campus, no proper arrangement of departments in the buildings, and new departments are formed assigned in vacant spaces in existing buildings. There is a lack of planning which is evident in circulation, thereby creating new paths. This is the second sheet of Karyotam campus which deals with built up area, water supply, basic facilities and drawings. The third literature case study is IIM Bangalore. IIM Bangalore is located at Bannerkhatta Road in Bangalore. The campus is selected in order to understand the campus design in master plan level, building level, and to understand how this campus blend with its surroundings, and also to study the zoning of buildings in the site that is of 100 acres. There are different site level parameters, circulation, zoning, and master plan. These are the building blocks plan, library plan, and sectional views. And the main inferences are the important spaces are given double height, giving a welcoming feel. Water tank is a major landmark. The common identity is given by providing same material that doesn't define the function of each building. The buildings are placed to lower points where the landscapes are bought according to the terrain without making any change to the slope. Vegetation is given as a buffer zone to the west side, acting as a filter to the commercial imparted sounds. The fourth case study is SEP University at Ahmedabad. Leelavati Lalbai Library is selected for literature study in order to understand how it works with the surrounding and its spatial volume study. These are the plans and sections of the library. The main observations were the upper level is having two floors, each of 4-meter height. This is at a level which a person engages with the environment. In the 8-meter level, the room retracts and creates veranda spaces around at it. The services and the structural elements are all integrated in the book core to create a confusion because even at -8 level the structure is not visible. Levers are provided to respond to different climatic conditions and the lighting changes through aperture air modulating depending on adjusting the levers. Jawaharlal Nehru University is located at the New Maharali Road, New Delhi. JNU is selected for literature study in order to understand about research-oriented campuses, the orientation and functionality of spaces. The campus was planned by architect C.P. Kukreja on 1970. About the library, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Library is one of the largest libraries in the country. having 5 lakh books. Libraries G plus 9 floors and total area of 9,595 square meters. The observations were all schools were at close proximity. The schools were designed to facilitate formal and informal contacts between specialists in different disciplines. For master plan level case study, I have taken Princeton University at New Jersey. Princeton University is a private Ivy League university in Princeton. The main reason to choose this university as a case study because it is one of the oldest universities that have evolved over time with respect to changing technologies. From this case study, I have analyzed four main points. There, there must be a central main road access system that incorporates both public and university population. There are several landmark buildings that create identity to the campus, proximity of each buildings that create identity to the campus, and the campus is completely focused on pedestrian circulation and more importance to pedestrians. This is the sheet 2 of Princeton campus. This sheet deals with the comparative analysis of all case studies with inferences that is applicable in my project. In location, the major inferences from all case studies are each case studies are one of the prominent universities in that location and act as a landmark of that area. Presently, the location for thesis is known for the previous usage of area that is a waste plant. Buildings changes the context. In connectivity, from all the case studies, I inferred that road access to a university is a major part while designing a campus. Major amenities and landmarks make the journey to the university more easy. In selection criteria, each case study has their own planning criteria, and some doesn't have. Each has its own pros and cons, which will help in this thesis project. In planning level, all the campuses in this case studies except Karyotan campus is a planned campus. Many patterns of buildings are observed from vertical designs to buildings that is designed to give a spatial volume and buildings with sustainable features and buildings for a large population and needs. Planning in master plan level also observed and studied like the orientation, space requirement, etc. From the total inferences of each case studies, I inferred that from all case studies, the design of the campus must be with respect to the nature and for the students and their needs. Each element should speak for itself with respect to the volume and zoning. Eco-friendly campus is the best option. This sheet deals with the initial area requirements and area statements observed from all case studies and data collection. From all case studies and data collection, the minimum required area for phase 1 buildings that is administrative block, central library, research block, hostel and dine is 14,176 square meter. The area achieved after completion of finalized design is 16,238 square meters. This sheet deals with the master plan of detailed design for phase 1 that is 12 acres of land. The master plan is prepared in such a way that the buildings are aligned according to sun path and corridors that can channel natural ventilation through the campus. For uniformity, I have provided same material that is brickwork throughout the buildings. We can see in the elevation that I have provided brick texture throughout the buildings. The initial phase 1 comprises of central library, one administrative block, two PG schools, one central dine, and two hostels. As shown early in my master plan development sheets, all my designs have evolved through a series of sketches and trial and error through design attributes. I have given major importance to the circulation throughout the campus by providing various corridors between administrative and academic buildings. The buildings are placed in such a way that major importance is given to the library and all other buildings are radiating from the library. The major entry corridor are provided at level 74, which is considered to be the ground level for this phase 1, and through that level a corridor runs through level 76.8 through which the major corridor runs, dividing the blocks into two equal halves. From section we can understand that this is the 74 level which is considered as the ground level, and from there a corridor is going up to 1.8 meter high, that is 76.8 level, and from that level
another corridor leads to the 78th level. This is the central corridor plaza, which we can see in this section. This is the central corridor plaza. This is the detail, zoomed out detail. Details of this area can be seen in this section, as this is the central plaza and this is the pathway which leads to central plaza. These are the details of the central plaza and the east side of library. I have provided a major central plaza which is the major focus of phase 1, as this will be one of the most attractive area where many activities will be happening such as student interaction, presentations, and this area can also used as a mini OAT. The central line is placed in such a way that both the hostelers and academic population can use it at the same times and will be an area of interaction between campus community. Mainly, I have provided three roads. This is the main connecting road. From the main connecting road, there I have provided a primary road throughout the campus, and from these primary roads, there are secondary roads are connected throughout the campus. For pedestrian circulation, I have provided three types of circulation. This is the primary pedestrian circulation, this is the secondary pedestrian corridor, and these are the tertiary pedestrian walks. The major campus building entry is provided near the admin block building. Through that, one can walk through the corridor to any academic block, can take shortcut to primary pedestrian or tertiary pedestrian. The secondary pedestrian act as a bridge between the other two pedestrians. Through the provision of corridors, I have tried to achieve a pedestrian-friendly campus with easy access from anywhere to everywhere. And the corridors also allow more natural light and ventilation to the building, and corridors help in channeling wind throughout the campus. And this is the elevation AA line, and elevation can be seen from here. And this is the aerial view which explains different buildings and different roads. So this is the main entry, and from main entry one can go through the primary road, and from the primary road other connecting roads can be seen. And this is the admin block, this is the PG block 1, and this is the PG block 2, and this is central library, the central dine, and this is the hostel block. There are mainly two entries, one is the main entry, then second one is the hostel entry. This is the ground floor plan of administrative block. The ground floor is located at plus 74 level and also at plus 76.8 level. Through admin block corridor, one can enter to the administrative building and also to the academic building. Admin block is provided at the starting point of the campus as it is the main building of the campus. I have provided a campus door as an island because this will be a busy area, and as this is separated by this corridor, the noise and rush won't affect the administration and their work. I have provided rooms for VC, registrar, and deans at the ground level, as these are the views of this corridor, and this is the view of this main entry corridor. This is the first floor of admin block, and this block consists of exam cells and offices. This sheet deals with the ground floor plan of academic blocks, central library, and central dine. The academic ground floor is located at and also at plus 76.8 level. The library ground floor is located at plus 78 level, and the central dine is located at plus 74 level, same as the academic ground floor level. I have provided 3-meter corridors between academic blocks and also as a passageway from tertiary pedestrian to secondary pedestrian. I have provided 3-meter corridors running between the academic blocks which connects to the major corridor at 76.8 level. From this 76.8 level, we can enter to the first floor of these two academic blocks. In my design, I have divided both academic schools into three pieces. These three are one academic block and these three are another academic block. Out of these three buildings, two buildings are having multiple floors. These three buildings are one PG block. Out of these three blocks, two blocks are having ground level at 74 level and one block is having ground level at 76.8 level. This 76.8 level block is having ground floor as well as first floor. And coming to this block, it has ground plus two floors. Each school is having a total of 6 PG classes, 4 PhD classes, 8 labs, and 2 staff rooms and seminar halls. Each school is having a total of 144 students for 2 years and 24 teachers for 2 years. This is the central dine plan, which has interior as well as partially open seating. And the pathway surrounding the central dine provides a feeling of unity. And And this is the major corridor plaza where a lot of interesting activities will be happening, and this can also act as a OIT other than passageway. So through this site section we can see the different levels the buildings are, and most importantly the library is planned to resemble a sacred space. So as to achieve that, I have placed the library at the topmost point in the site, which creates a height. The library is having a wide exterior corridor which also acts as a outdoor open veranda, which also act as an outdoor reading space. The ground floor contains reading areas, conference rooms, and book racks, and private reading rooms. This plan shows the first floor of academic and library building. In these two blocks, the first floor can be accessible from the 78th level. Provision of large windows will allow more light and ventilation. So I have provided large opening and large windows throughout the campus, throughout the buildings. And not to ruin the exterior view of the toilet side, I have provided duct between walls. The first floor of academic buildings, these areas these areas are used as balconies where students can interact with each other and has a great view to the north side of the campus. This is the library section. The provision of glass between the roof provide more sunlight into the building and the corridors become active in reading. And there will be a decrease in artificial lighting. And this is the view of library. This plan shows the second floor of academic building with the classes and labs for PG as well as PhD students. And these are the balconies for the both students. And this is a section through this academic block through which we can see the entry from level 76.8 to the first floor of the academic block. And this is an aerial view of the campus. These are the elevations of library building. This is the east elevation and this is the north elevation. And this plan shown is of hostel building. This is a ground floor plan. The hostel is designed for 200 individuals. The ground floor is these areas are reserved for faculty housing, and this is for mess hall and kitchen. This is the first floor of hostel. The first floor is reserved for ladies accommodation, and this is the view of campus. This is a view of hostel, and this is the view of academic block, and this is the view of academic corridor. And this is the second floor of hostel. The second floor of hostel is reserved for men's accommodation. And these are the two aerial views of the campus. This sheet deals with my special topic, that is corridor spaces in campus. Corridor spaces are essential elements in campus design as it will emerge to an important space that enhances interaction and connection between students, teachers, and others who are the part of the campus. A corridor is a long passage between buildings from which doors leads to rooms. I have applied my special topic throughout my design in order to provide maximum open atmosphere for student interaction as well as a provision of natural light and ventilation. For study, I have taken two literature case studies, that is IIM Bangalore and NUA School of Design Singapore. From IIM Bangalore, I came to understand that the important spaces are given double height, giving a welcoming feel and common identity by providing same materials that doesn't define function of each building. I try to achieve this by providing same materials throughout the campus building. For making major interactive spaces, corridors are the best option. From, from NUA School of Design, I infer that a wide variety of social workshop and other activities can be done in an open plaza. So I have provided a large open corridor plaza at the center of my campus. These were the initial level drawings which leads to the final design of the corridor spaces. These are the major corridor spaces I have provided in my design. The connecting corridor through administrative block. This is provided for the establishment of an end-to-end connection throughout the academic block through major corridor. These are the two images. These are the two images of the connecting corridors, and these 2, 3, and 4 are the corridor that connect from level 74 to level 78 through 76.25, through which the major corridor run. This is provided for the establishment of a parallel passageway connection throughout the academic. So these are the views from the main entry stairs and from the central OAT and the view from the library corridor. Next is a walkthrough of my KTU campus design model, and thank you and have a great day.